Power isn't something you should have to hide to be loved. Hello and welcome to episode 100 of the Mindful Startup Podcast. When someone is for you, they are in alignment with your evolution. They want you to grow because they view your growth as a shared investment. Because when one person grows, we all grow. Power, when harnessed for good, is something that lifts everyone up. The people who are right for you are not going to ask you to turn the dial down on your power. They are going to want to amplify it. They won't ask you to stay humble. The people who are right for you will want to see who you can become when you're not doubting yourself and what you can create when you're no longer filtering your brilliance for other people's comfort. If you're listening to this episode, you might have had a difficult relationship with your power. It might be difficult for you to step up or be scared even of what it means for you to truly step into all that you can be in all of your might and all of your strength. Because perhaps you were taught that power was bad or dirty. So many complicated relationships with power exist, which is why so many people, when they have it, abuse it or don't use their power when they have the opportunity and when it is for the greater good of people around them. Perhaps you have a complicated relationship with power because people around you may have misused or abused their power. There are so many examples of people misusing and abusing their power. And when we think of the word, it's a word that can often connote unsafety. When you think of power, you might feel fear. So it is difficult and can be difficult to imagine what power, when actually used for good and as it's intended, can do for the good of everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about what owning your power is not and what it does mean to own your power and what that looks like. Owning your power is different than becoming an egomaniac. Owning your power is different from becoming narcissistic. It's about not shying away from the person that you're meant to be and even needing to push yourself past your comfort zone and be willing to get a bit uncomfortable in order to own that identity. If you've ever felt that tightness in your chest and your throat before you speak up because you want to say something but you feel as though you cannot, that's a moment where you're holding back your power. If you've ever felt like you've missed out on an opportunity because your self-doubt got in the way, then that's a moment of not owning your power. Owning your power is not handing over your time and energy to someone who continues to hurt you or betray you. Owning your power is not asking you to betray yourself for any reason ever. Owning your power is not a license to be toxic. Owning your power is not suppressing your dark traits, but rather allowing them to coexist in a healthy way with your other traits. In a way that isn't letting them completely take over. Owning your power is not putting people down. It is lifting them up. When you are owning your power, you are not compromising on your values. When you are owning your power, you're going to notice a difference in the way that you feel. You're owning your glory. You are basking in the sun. When someone gives you a compliment, you own it and you accept it. When you are owning your power, you feel happy and you feel empowered. You feel content with yourself. That even though the situation might not be perfect, you handled yourself really well. Owning your power is using all of the resources you have available to you to paint what it is that you want to paint into the world. Owning your power is shooting your shot and creating what it is that you want to create. Owning your power is giving yourself every possible chance to reach your dreams and fulfill your goals and to give yourself happiness. Owning your power is taking chance after chance on yourself and on the things that give you joy. Owning your power is trying again and again. Owning your power is being courageous. Because even if your ego is telling you that you can't do something, you listen to the inner voice instead that says that you are capable. And you take a step ahead, even when you're scared. Owning your power is accepting that you're going to make mistakes and that sometimes you're going to look silly in pursuit of what it is that you truly want. Because you are harnessing energy from a deeper source within you and a greater source to accomplish your mission. Owning your power is accepting that you are a spiritual, divine being. And it's accepting that you are unique, that there is no one else on the planet like you, and that you have a unique set of skills or ability or perspective that deserves to be shared. And you share it. Owning your power is putting thought into action and putting yourself out there even when it's terrifying. Owning your power brings you closer to the person that you are meant to become. It makes you a better version of yourself. It makes you want to give more back because you have more capacity to. Your cup is so full that you can pour into other people's cups. Owning your power is also realizing maybe when you don't have the capacity and pouring back into yourself. Owning your power is bringing you closer and closer to alignment and the person that you've always been meant to become. When you can figure out how it feels in your body, in your spirit, to own your power, then you can go forward and you can do whatever it is that you want to do and become whoever it is that you want to become. Thank you so much for listening today. If this episode resonated, please leave a 5-star review. It goes such a long way in helping the Mindful Startup to grow. I'll see you next week.